I'm Kefee the artist. I'm originally from Florida, but I live here in Atlanta right now.
And how long have you been doing art?
Airbrushing probably since high school, probably about 30 years. So not to date it, but yeah.
And what's like your inspiration? How did you get inspired to start as an artist?
One more time.
How do you get inspired to start as an artist?
How did I inspired as an artist? Actually, I started watching the guy in the mall. I grew up in Florida, so we had a guy that did the T-shirts, and so that's how I got into airbrushing. And so then I went to college, and they just gave me a different level for it, and then I just kind of developed my own technique to get it here.
And can you describe that technique, like your own style that you have?
It's just a soft shading. I use India ink that I thin down, and then I airbrush it at a low pressure, so I get all the soft tones, and then I build it up. The Biggie, I started the Biggie Tuesday night, and getting it ready for this show, and I finished this morning about 5 o'clock. So yeah, but I work on it in between, so they're roughly about maybe 15 hours in it. So yeah. But yeah, it's just a building process. Like on this one, Love Him, there's about 10 hours in the hair. So there's it's all detail, close up, it's all detail. So yeah.
Can you describe the Kobe piece to us? Like
Now the Kobe
backstory
piece,
for it, and what made you draw it?
I always get a request to do memorabilia pieces when somebody passed, and I have to fill the piece, and so it's ironic though that the Sunday after he passed, the Monday somebody hit me and totaled my car downtown Atlanta, and so that's my connection with Kobe. Sadly to say, and so I wanted to do something that was a little different that no one's ever seen before, and then I had to remember the two jerseys, and so that's how I kind of come up with the concept. But he always had that go get it, look at it, and so that's what I put on canvas.
And so, are you like a natural, or like is your talent natural, or did you have to have like a mentor growing up?
No, it's pretty much self-taught because there wasn't really a whole lot of airbrush artists when I was growing up, like there are now, But so I did a lot of just trial and error, doing the kids' shoes and jackets in the neighborhood, And then I just started. I saw portraits. I met a guy. I didn't meet him, but it's Drew Blair, and he's probably one of the best in the world at airbrushing. So that's kind of inspired me to get to this level. So,
what advice would you give to artists coming up?
Go with your passion, live it. If you do what you love, you'll never work in your life. You know what I mean? And just believe in yourself. Trust your passion enough to do it every day. Trust the process. That's what it's about. When I see a piece, I know what I want, but I got to go through the process of getting it done.
That makes sense. And what would you like to see be better in the art community?
Just more acceptance, more understanding the value of art. A lot of people don't value art. They'll value a shoe collection before they value art. Which is, we just got to unlearn some things about art. But yeah, just to understand the value of it and the process of it.
And are you familiar with like NFTs?
Yeah, I'm trying to get into that, but I'm not sure yet. But I'm getting a little iffy. And as a matter of fact, I was on my live last night when I was doing the Biggie, and I had a couple people pop in, and they were trying to give me the ins and outs of it. So I'm not fully aware of it yet, but I'll get there.
Yeah. Do you think it's kind of like the next big thing for art? And would you get into it in the future?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out because I'm thinking, because I've heard the story of you get a digital print, and then I've heard you get a tangible print. So that's where I'm lost at right now on the digital part. So if it's digital, how do you keep selling it over and over, and if it's going to hold its value? You know what I'm saying? So that's just my thing. I want to know about it and understand it, but
And when did your career switch from just a hobby to being professional?
Oh, I've probably been doing this professionally probably maybe the last 20 years. Yeah. So.
And what was it like when you sold your first piece?
It was crazy. It was kind of because it was like I didn't really want to sell it, but they asked me so, and it was like, And then when you sold it, it's like, okay. So now it's kind of, I'm always torn with selling pieces. Not really torn, but each piece I leave a little piece of my soul on the canvas, So I have an attachment to it. But now it's, I do a lot of custom pieces. So now it's more of the gratification of seeing your response when you get it. So that's my response of it now. So
that makes sense. That makes sense. And what are your socials? How can we follow your art story?
I am on social media. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Kefee the Artist. I'm on YouTube, One Kefee the Artist, and I'm on TikTok, Kefee the Artist 1.
Awesome, man. It was really nice to meet you, and we really wish you the best for your art career.
Thank you guys a lot.